can somebody just comment as fast as they can if they can hear me or not? Because of if they can't, then it's just like, yeah. Can anybody hear me? Can anybody hear what I'm saying? Can anybody hear me? Can anybody hear this?
It's working.
Oh,
Right.
is it working?
Yeah.
Okay then. So that's very strange. Right, I didn't title it or anything. I just went live. Okay, right. Okay. Right. So I'll just quickly catch up on what's been going wrong. I went live on my iPod. It didn't work, and it did happen last week that it didn't work. Then I went live on the phone. It didn't work. That's never happened. Didn't work. Then I went live on another iPod. That worked, but this iPod only is. It's a bit complicated to explain, but it's basically to do with its charging. It takes all day to charge. Basically, you don't really want to, wear it down.
It's old.
Yeah.
Knackered.
Yeah, so we didn't want to wear that down, so that was obviously, we couldn't really do that, and so then we decided stuff it would just try and go live again on this device, and at the moment it's working. So it's a bit strange, literally 5 minutes ago on the phone it didn't work, and then now I've put it again and it's working, so it is a bit strange. So I haven't actually titled the live. I don't know if you can edit it. If you can edit it.
So no, once it's live.
We could try it.
I can try it, but I don't think you'll get to do it.
That's fine. Just quick look. Quality. Use more power. Maybe not. Let me just try one more button. No, I don't think you can.
I don't think you can when it's live.
Okay. Well. So we are going to. We have a few news stories.
And this is it.
Hello.
So it's working back again.
We have a few news stories and we have some music tonight. So that is the plan. So yes, how's everybody Easter? Has everybody had a good Easter? What have you done? What have you been up to? Have you had any Easter eggs? I don't know. So
Jeff's on.
hello, welcome. Hello. So we do also have a guest that tune tonight, so that is exciting. We have one of them, just one song, we have guest the tune, so we're going to do that as well. So shall we get started?
Yeah, Gary's on.
Hello, well, we have a guest of the tune tonight, so.
Is this real life or is this fantasy? Happy Easter, Carl.
Happy Easter.
And we have the reigning champion of Guess the Tune on.
We do, so
Gary.
everybody's going to have to watch out for him.
Because
for the one tune we've got.
Very, very good.
Yeah, he's the winner.
He's the winner.
Right, shall we get started?
Yes, you play, do whatever you want to do.
Are we not going to do news or?
I can do news if you like.
Well, I mean, I can do a song first. Should we do guess the tune? Should we get straight in?
Yeah, let's get straight in.
Right, so this is a tune that I've just started learning. So what I did was basically, the song that I played yesterday in Lancaster, which is called Love Goes My Rosemary Goes, I originally wanted to learn it on ukulele. I started doing it and then I found out there was a video of somebody else doing it on piano, and I thought, oh, I'd like to do it on piano actually. So I started learning it on piano. Anyway, it was taking a long time, and I was just, sometimes when you start learning something on piano, if it just doesn't sound good within the first, few days of learning it, it's like, it's not going to go well. So anyway, it wasn't sounding good, so I was like, I don't really like this. So anyway, I went back to my ukulele because I did need a song to have on my ukulele to play live, so I thought I'll learn it on that. Anyway, I like it on the ukulele. But then I started listening to this other song, and I thought I want to learn that on the piano, and that is a piano song, so I've already given you a hint really. It is a piano song, so I started learning that. So it is very fresh learning, and I'm only going to play you like the first bar and about first bar and a half. I think those are bars. I don't really know actually. I'm a musician, but I don't know. The first, basically the intro, okay, but the intro is quite iconic. Anyway, so here it is. I'll play it through to you once. Now, bearing in mind, I've only just started learning, so it doesn't sound great, but it's just for a bit of fun, so. Okay. Anybody? Do you guess what that is? Comment below and go again.
I know if you're just putting Happy Easter.
No,
No, it's not Happy Easter. That's the wrong one.
No, I'll play it again. The reason why I've not practiced today is I just have had not time to think. Like, literally, I've had so much to do today. It's unbelievable. And I am going to be working for the night tonight, so I've got a fun night ahead.
Gary says, I know it, but not saying.
Well, you can say, Gary. It's okay.
Come on, Gary.
You know,
I'd be amazed if even you get it after that.
what do you mean?
Jeff says not familiar with that. I think it sounds a little bit different, Jeff, in real life.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't sound any different. To be fair, I do get a bit excited.
Yeah, don't try it right. Try it again.
I get a bit excited.
And Michael's on. Hi, Michael.
Hello.
Try it and do it again without being so harsh.
Ready?
Yeah, go on.
Sorry, it's B
This
flats.
is easy, but giving someone else a chance. Come on, Gary.
B flats really aren't my strong point, and literally this song has 6. Can you believe? Constantly, so it's like that's why I'm struggling. Do you know? So if it says C flat, to somebody who doesn't know, they probably think, oh well, like it's a C or it's like the black C. Well, it isn't.
No.
It's the B white key. So it's like that's got nothing to. Why don't they just put B?
I think we should let Gary say it. I really do.
Well, I have said for Gary to say
Come
it.
on, Gary. You can
But it's
say
just,
it.
you know, it's like the sheet music is just, they need to work on it. I'll play this hand actually, because it's a lot more easier when you play. Right, no. Okay. Anybody guess it?
No. Right. Anders says, I have seen hedgehogs fighting behind our house. I love hedgehogs. Dave says, hello, Matilda.
I've had one lint. No, not like a full, just like a little, like a lint ball. Like that. And then I had one of these. And I've never had a white one, so that's about it.
Gary says he's giving Carl a chance to type. Yeah, come on, Carl. He's giving you a chance. I think you said you're a slow typer. And Jeff says, did your mum teach you piano, Matilda? No, I didn't. She's taught herself, Jeff. Done very well. Ah! Mark's got it.
Oh!
Well done, you.
What's it put?
Here you come again. Well done,
Here you
Mark.
come again. Where you can see. Ooh, there we go, hang on.
Oh, you've done very well there,
Here you
Mark.
come again.
Because she's only just started learning it about 2 days ago.
Yeah, and I haven't practiced today.
Well done,
So,
you.
well done.
Oh, Gary, you've got some competition, love, haven't you?
Well, I suppose to be fair, well, the only thing is he says he knew it,
Yeah.
but he never said what it was.
Who?
I'm not saying that you like it.
Not Mark.
No, Gary.
Hey, Gary was joking.
So he doesn't know what it is.
No, he's having a joke.
Oh, so he doesn't actually know.
No, that's
Oh.
a joke, Matilda.
Wasn't it a funny one?
I thought it was funny, Gary.
But it's
No, it's called a joke, Matilda.
no, I don't think
Yeah.
it fits.
Yeah, he was doing it because he couldn't get it. And that's when he said, I'll give Carl a chance as well, because Carl had previously.
I feel like if you was
he
in
was too
person it
slow.
would work, but I feel like writing it, because you'd go, you know, oh, I'll give you a chance, you know, you're doing the way you speak it, but I think when you write it.
But I got it.
Yeah, well, you know. that's
Sorry
you.
about that, Gary. I thought it was funny.
Sorry, Gary, it's just me. It's not you, it's me.
She's a bit dim today, Gary. You just have to bear with her. Thank you, Michael. You're an absolute
Oh, thank you
superstar.
very, very
Thank
much,
you so
Michael.
much.
Thank you very much. Michael has just given a super thank you, which is
Massively
super.
appreciated.
So thank you very much for that. Thank
You
you.
are an absolute superstar.
Yes,
Thank
thank you. It was very kind of you. Thank you.
you. And well done, Mark. What a star.
Yes, well done.
Carl says, was that Crystal Gale? And Jeff says, who sang that song?
Dolly Parton.
Gary says, well, if you'd just given chance there, Gary's come in. here and saved himself with saying, wasn't it Dolly Parton?
Yeah, but like to be fair, no, I'm not gonna get involved. Actually, I think it's better if I don't get involved. Here you come again.
So,
The bits needs work.
well, that was a bit of fun, wasn't it?
So yeah, I'm working on that song at the moment. I'm on page 1 and there's 5 altogether, but I haven't actually paid for it yet because you have to pay for sheet music, and we get the first page free. So I'm just learning the first page and then I'll have to pay for it. But I'm just learning the first page first. Because sometimes you like get music and then you don't actually use it, or you don't like it once you order it. So I've started doing it where I just learn the first page, know that I like it, and then actually pay for it. Financial wise, I'm wise.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well done, dear.
yeah, thank you very much, thank you. Right, news stories?
Yes, there's been a thief in Central Park, and police
Join the club.
police believe they were dealing with a skilled pickpocket after several visitors reported their
Well,
phones
they are.
disappearing without a trace. No one has seen anything, no suspects, no clear pattern, and officers were still trying to figure it out. The real culprit relieved itself. So while the police were there chatting to somebody,
So they're like interviewing somebody, finding out about the phones.
the
culprit actually acted when the police were there. So the police were talking to the one of the victims of the phone crimes, and when it happened, when they were talking, they were that cocky. They actually went up and stole while the police were there. Can you believe that?
And for people that slag the police off, which I do with North Yorkshire Police, because obviously what they've done to me, the police did nothing about him. They just
Nothing. So they've
let him
actually
go free.
Yeah. So this is one of the things they've actually done it. Find out who it is. They
officer.
actually went to where they were storing all the phones, saw all these phones, took the phones, and then just left them. Didn't arrest them. Didn't do anything.
Nothing.
Just said didn't even. I don't even think they had a chat with them.
No. What you done wrong?
Police interview.
No.
Nothing. They just let them go.
Didn't take a
So
statement.
police is just getting.
And this is they've got a picture though. Here he is.
But they did manage to do the headshot.
They've done a headshot of him.
So, and this is also this headshot this includes the phones. So they did it at the scene.
He's been caught red-handed.
They did it at the scene.
Yeah, he's been caught red-handed. Bless. Bless him.
So as you can see, those are all the phones. He had about 50.
And a little raccoon was coming and whipping them out of people's back pockets while they're on the bench.
So as I say, the police have done nothing.
Oh, he's so cute.
But you
Look
couldn't,
at him,
could
he's a bit
you?
shocked. Ooh, got caught.
I don't think he's inside. I don't know what he's in.
Yeah, I think he's in sort of like a tunnel, isn't he?
Well, those phones are a bit old. Oh no.
He could open a shop, couldn't he? Got that many.
But look, so that is the culprit of
this is that he's got obsessed with.
But
that.
this is the
That's
person
when he did it.
being
when
interviewed,
talking, and he come up and nick the phone.
and there he is, there coming up to nick her phone.
Bless him.
But I mean, if you got your phone stolen, the chances of getting it back are slim, aren't they? Because of obviously the police, what they're like.
There's any police officers watching, sorry about this. But she has said we have had a few bad times with them.
So, I mean, I'm not saying that they're useless, I'm just saying, sometimes, obviously people make mistakes, but anyway, point is.
Just not usually for about 30 or 40 years.
But, it's a long one. But anyway, the point is that you would think you're not going to get your phone back, wouldn't you?
Yeah, definitely.
You would. You just think, oh, that's it. That's gone. And you'd think, oh, I don't know what's happening with my data. I don't know what's happening. What somebody's doing with it. Being sold on the black market or whatever. And then they get a phone call from the police. Well, I suppose they could do. I don't even know how they get hold of people. And then they go.
On the phones.
Yeah, but it's all locked, isn't it?
Yeah, I suppose so. I suppose they put pictures out, don't they? Front pictures. A lot of people put personal things like the family on the front, don't they? So I suppose they'll put out pictures, won't they?
But they'll.
And then the story's made national news, to be fair, because it's a raccoon. So they're going to think, oh, that's my phone there.
But they managed to get the phone back. But what about if they started to I mean, the thing that gets me is, what about if this raccoon's upset now?
We'll just give it a load of phones from like a charity shop.
I mean,
I'd donate a phone to it.
He's done 50 times, and you don't know how long he's been going for.
Yeah.
And he's had this, passion.
You'd sit there though, wouldn't you? You'd get a phone. If it was in England, I'd sit there with a phone in my back pocket just to get Wouldn't you? There we go again. You've been there 45 times. No, I know, it's so funny.
Oh, he's coming!
Keep still. Don't scare him.
Is that normal?
Yeah. I don't know you're going to steal our phone. It's fine. You would, wouldn't you? I would. I'd be sat on that bench daily.
I'd probably put a little treat in it.
Yeah.
A little back bit. I'd put a little treat in there.
Oh dear, I don't know. You've got to laugh, haven't you?
But I wonder what they do, because is he going to continue committing these crimes?
Well, it's not really a
Yeah,
crime,
but is he
is
going to
it?
be a repeat, offender?
Well, probably. Bless him. He's allowed to be, isn't he?
I know, but what about if your phone got stolen, you didn't know it was him?
I know, but you do now, don't you? Because we've covered it. Then you should have been watching MRW News, and then you would have known.
So you
Anyway.
committed a crime yourself, really?
Yeah. You deserve to have your phone stolen. Paul says he wishes he had a piano. You can get a piano.
They're quite
Paul.
easy to get.
They
Just have to. There's getting them. There's a lot of available. It's just hard to get them moved.
It's not the piano. You can get loads of pianos for free.
There's a house
House
for
is
sale
free.
at the moment, and it comes with £1,000.
It's a
So it's.
So you can
Isn't
buy
it-
a house, but
No,
you
I
do
think-
get a piano with it.
I think it's about 275,000. I think.
And it might not be in your area, but
No.
your dreams would come
So
true.
there's a main road next to it. It needs a bit doing up. Garden's not too bad though. Neighbours.
We don't know about the neighbours, do we?
Well, I'm just judging from.
Where's the house at?
Right, that way.
It's that way, Paul. So that's narrowed it down
Never eat shredded wheat west.
by about 360 miles. So there's one that way, Paul. If you want one,
West.
you just have to purchase a house with it.
Mm.
Carl wishes he had a good memory. Can you help him?
I knew how to do it, but I've forgotten.
That's a joke. Not to tell Garrison this is a joke. And we did that. They used to do that memory game when you were younger, don't you? That you put all the stuff on a plate and you're allowed to see it. Oh, we should do that. It's really fun, isn't it? You put 20 or 30 things on and you have to remember it. That's good for your memory, Carl. Doing that.
Well, I was speaking to somebody, a friend of mine, and they were going on about somebody who they were making them feel like they weren't very intelligent because they were correcting them on everything.
Like you with me.
And I said, yeah, but it's not that. Because if you can appear intelligent, but actually you have an extremely good memory. Because if they were only correcting them on things like what things are called and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
When actually you can have a good memory. But what actual intelligence is, or at least, in that field, of brains and stuff, is if you have the intelligence to work something out.
Yeah.
That's actual intelligence.
Yeah.
Or there's the intelligence where it's actually you just have a good memory and you're good at remembering everything.
Yeah.
So you learn and you remember it.
Yeah.
So there's two different intelligence. So I was saying to them, that's not necessarily true. They just might have a good memory. And so.
Well, I suppose you get that when you get kids, don't you? And they do well in, say, the GCSEs, and then when they get into the real world, they struggle with work because they've just been able to learn everything. And it's not using your brain intelligently, is it?
Like working stuff out is I think is the more
Life
intelligent.
skills, so then they can struggle with life skills.
If you were things like a reporter, then that is brilliant.
Yeah.
Because of your job is to memorise something so fast. But then also you do need a skill to debate. But that's only if you like debate report. If you're just like a newsreader, then not really. Because of even now they read, don't they, off of things. Or unless they were the people who go out and about on the streets. But then there's a lot of jobs you do need the memory for. But what I'm saying is like about memory.
He was good, was Chris, wasn't he, when we saw him down at London, because he just got that story breaking news, didn't he? And he had to go off and he had to learn it.
And then Patrick,
because it was outside and it was quick, he didn't have a reader that you read off. He was there, wasn't he, just going through
I
it
don't
as
think
fast
they
as
do.
he could
People are outside. I think it's only people in studios that get it.
to learn
But
it.
Patrick asked him a question that was out of the subject, so he had to answer it. And then after that, when the camera went off, Patrick got telling off for doing it.
Yeah, because he said that wasn't on my day's work. So
Yeah,
I hadn't learnt it up. Luckily, he just knew about it. But he must have a good memory, because I couldn't learn anything. I'd have to
Exactly.
read it
So
and read
people
it
like
again
that,
and
they
again
need
and
good
again.
memory.
I've got a terrible memory. I have to read stuff over and over and over again and forget it. So what have people got? Have people got a good memory? Super says that's as brazen as it can be. Jeff says phone theft is sadly very common in London. So is it true, Jeff? Because you see a lot of it on the news, because obviously you can't believe everything, but they said you can't even walk down the road with your phone.
A lot of times it's those scooters, isn't it, where they come up, you're on the phone, and then they just snap out your hand and go on the scooter.
That's terrible.
Those electric
You can't even
scooters.
walk down the phone. And then I saw somebody, they were on GB News as well, and they were saying, oh, well, you stupid walking down the road with your phone out. And I thought, and the other person did say the same as me. I said, hang on a minute, don't you think you should be dealing with the fact that we should be able to, years ago we could have done, even when phones started out. So don't you think we should be dealing with the fact that somebody can't walk down the road with a phone out? So I think that. It's
Especially,
just like a sticky
but
plaster, isn't it?
tourists, when you go to London, you need your phone just to get around, don't you?
Yeah.
For maps and stuff, you have to use your phone. And, you know, when you're searching where you're going, you know, and
Yeah,
stuff.
for God
so.
forbid 30 years ago when everybody else had to manage when
Yeah, but to be fair, 30 years ago, the world was smaller.
Was it?
The towns
world
were.
shrunk. Yeah, but I think 30 years ago London was still pretty damn big.
Yeah, but, you know, it wasn't like... And also, you just sort of stayed inside the centre, or you did get lost, but I feel like there's more, you know, you used your map, it was just different.
Well, you used to use a map, you used to get town maps.
Yeah, exactly, and I can easily use a town map. I mean, I've had to actually go around, I mean, people won't notice, but I had to map...
You'd just when I look, I'd get your town map up and then nick that instead.
I had to travel the whole way around France, and like, not the whole way, majority of the north, just by one map.
Yeah, I got to do it without sat nav. She was very good. She was.
And then I had to travel as well in England. I've done that before as well. So I mean, and France, obviously, you know, it's a different country where they have everything's in French. Can you believe?
Different language. It's unbelievable.
I know. So I had to, you know, map everything out. So yeah, I couldn't use the phone because there was no internet. So I really had to, you know.
Dave says that must be Rocky, so he must know the raccoon. Or unless Rocky is really well known at stealing phones. Cal says, if someone nicked my phone, they might have got the song quicker for me.
No, oh!
Imagine
I know that one!
That's my phone. I've just got to answer my RW News.
Well, you can take it, just give it, let me just do this.
Motorhead says, uses irregularly phone, which can go boom. Dwayne says, did someone rat him out?
You know what they should have? They should have, like little bombs that are stuck to phones, so then if it goes, you can like press it from...
And explode the person's nicked it. Imagine that. Imagine Billy goes, oh, I can't find my phone. I'll just use Matilda's to try and ring it. And you're like, I can't find... Suddenly the flat explodes.
Yeah, but can't they just do little bombs where they just explode the
Little
person?
bombs.
You know, that's what... Or tasers.
Yeah, they should taser them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
tasers. So if they get
No,
the
it
phone...
electrocutes them.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they
They
can't
get
hold
the phone, and then when they get it, they get electrocuted. So the phone might get wrecked, but at least they get teached, and then it'll eventually stop.
Yeah.
Because people just think, oh, well, every time I steal a phone, I just got electrocuted. You know.
But people would do it to other people, wouldn't they? I mean, we would howl with laughter, wouldn't we? Billy's got that and picked it up, and there he goes pottering to his van and go, beep!
You see him walk into the beep! Oh, he's got a swinging his step!
Without him knowing in his work trousers, he can get all them pockets. I said, if I get a few phones, put them in his pockets.
Who died?
Really early in the morning when he's not thinking straight, and he's got his brew and he's walking to it.
Very good.
And spray him as he goes past to double the effect. So I like the song really. Anyway, he's got a spring in his step. Bless him. User says, can you play Here I Am to Worship on the piano? No. Bridge Over Troubled Water? No. Gary Monk is in Knowsley Safari Park, steal bits off the cars as they drive around. I'm sure they're putting one together to escape the zoo. we went to Knowsley, didn't we? They were very wild.
I took a really good photo there.
Wasn't there a car in front of them were just beating her out? They didn't touch ours, but the poor people in front of them were trying to... They obviously wanted to make that model, Gary.
I thought we were on a bus.
Oh, I didn't go on a bus.
I didn't want a bus.
Did I?
Yeah, you went on a bus to walk round.
I went to Knowsley in a car. Maybe it was before you were born.
Mm.
And we're beating the cow up in front. Nanda says we had pickpockets at the central station in Stockholm. When we shouted out warnings over the loudspeaker system, they disappeared and turned up in Oslo, Norway. Guy's on. Hi, Guy.
Hello.
Dave says, how are you feeling this week, Gary? Things getting better? Carl says, they say when you get to my age, you lose brain cells every day. I don't think I've got many left. You used to say that when we were younger, that you lose a load every day. Especially if you drink.
There's a new advert now about ageism. So that is there for ageism.
Yeah, they do. It's getting a bit sad, isn't it? Gary says, getting better, Dave. The 6 holes are healing and hopefully go hospital Tuesday to get this annoying catheter out. How's your hernia healing? Guy says, Matilda, could you please play the piano next to you? We are going to be, Guy.
I've already done it once as well.
Carl says,
I don't think I am actually doing this one today.
when they were the size of a brick. Dave says, healing quite well. Went for a short walk on Friday and been out again today for a walk and meal. Pain is bearable. Lee just says, is this the dancer girl?
Yeah, I guess so.
Jeff says, did you get lost in France, Matilda? I think
No,
that was a
because
hit.
I was the director. Although there was one
No,
time.
I think that was a hit in the... Lost. I remember that song. I'm going to Google it.
So there was one time, but it wasn't my fault, as obviously.
Yeah, because yeah, obviously, Jeff. It's never her
It
fault.
wasn't my fault. Where somebody took the wrong turning and got us
Wasn't
on
me.
a motorway. Now the thing is about French motorways.
Tolls.
Clearly that one. No, it wasn't. That was the problem. There was no turn-offs for about an hour. There was literally no turn-offs. There was nothing to go to. There was just no turn-offs. So we couldn't turn off anywhere to get off. So it wasn't my fault, as I say, but there was no turn-offs. But no, I've never got lost because of I know I don't usually like to blow my own trumpet, but I am extremely good at directions.
Yes, Jeff, it was Bonnie Tyler. I remember it. Dave says Rocky the Raccoon was a beat. Oh, right. Okay. I've never heard of that, even though I thought I knew quite a lot of Beatles songs, but I've never heard of Rocky the Raccoon. I might know if I hear it, Dave. Adrian says, sorry, forgot I had upload today videos from today's gig onto my PC. I'm back with a coffee. Well done, Adrian. And then Teams Radio Live says, how every people get million money, do you remember now? Adrian, you're a superstar. Thank you so much.
Thank you very, very much, Adrian. Thank you. That's very, very kind of you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Adrian has just done a super thanks, which again is super. So thank you very much for that, Adrian. It really, really does help, as you know, because you are obviously somebody who's very supportive. So thank you very, very much.
Thank you both of you, Michael and
Yes.
Adrian. It really helps, and thank you for everybody else that does as well.
Yes, thank you
Some
very, very
people
much.
did on the live the other day when she was busking. Obviously, it's a massive help.
Yes, thank you very
And
much.
Adrian's put for your amazing channel, Matilda.
Oh, well, thank you very much.
You've started him laughing. Jay says, hi, I'm in UK Gateshead, Newcastle. Hi, Jay.
Hello.
And Jeff says, my sense of direction is crap. So's mine, Jeff. It is absolutely appalling. If there's a right and a left,
I think
there's 50-50, I'll take one, and it is definitely the other way.
I think there is definitely more people in the world that have less good direction.
I
than
know
there are.
crap. I'm really bad.
Yeah, there is a lot.
But the other thing I have as well is, when I turn, like on a road, and I've gone a few miles and she goes, it's the wrong way, I really can't turn back. Even if it's like 20 miles that way to get round, because I feel that I've done that time. And there's nothing worse, is there, when you've done the mileage and then you've got to go down the motorway the other way thinking, I've driven down there. And I do. She does struggle to turn me around. I'll just carry on ploughing on.
No, to be fair, I do have a weakness. Something I'm not-
way.
I know.
There's not a fault
It's not a
surely.
weakness, it's just something I'm not good at. Left and right. Left and right aren't my best. I can tell you the directions, but sometimes you might have to just double check with me if it was left or right or not. And if you double check with me, I'll say, oh yeah, sorry, it's left and right. I just have to
We
go
did
like
it off
this.
the Lancaster Road, I think it was yesterday, and it's a right turn, and she says, oh, left, and I says, that's right. And she goes, no, left. And even when I turned right, she's arguing. And she goes, well, I don't know why you said that was right. I said, well, because it was right. She's unbelievable.
Yeah, but to be fair, it's not a proper turning because it's a straight and then there's a
But
turning
it's not
off.
left turning.
Yeah, but if you look at the arrows of the road, it just says straight. There's no, turn off. It just says straight on the arrows of the road. Arrows on the road. So I don't know if you just think it's a turn off because to me, the road goes off like that, left, and then there's a straight. So I understand that you don't turn off to go to that left. There's no indicator but like the arrows say straight.
So the road's wrong.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, yes, the one-way system in Lancaster is dreadful.
Joshua says, where the hell am I? I've been summoned to this channel scrolling through. You shouldn't scroll because it gives mental health problems, Joshua.
But clearly you've been doing it too much. So maybe there's no return.
You shouldn't scroll. It's not good for you. It's quite sad, really. Gary says,
doom scrolling is doom.
Yeah, it is doom. There's a reason why it's called doom scrolling. It's because you should be looking on the internet for something that you want, not scrolling. So I hope that's helped you, Joshua.
So think if it's something you need to go online for, think, right, I'm going to challenge myself to not look at anything else when I go on, okay?
Especially Facebook. Facebook is that's what, in fact, they've been prosecuted for it because they do stuff to make people go on there and stay on there. So don't fall for it, Joshua, because it's a bit simple. Gary says it wasn't my fault. And it says you turn off the highway to the right in France. So, Jeff says have a great week both. I'm off to the pub. Oh, thank you so much, Jeff, for joining in.
Yes,
And
thank you.
Have a wonderful night.
Yes, indeed. Happy Easter.
Carl says Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice. And Adrian says Jane, you won't win. No, I've worked that out, Adrian.
Oh no, I can't actually say that because that's somebody's personal details. Never mind.
What?
I was going to say a point, in fact I'm always right, but I'd have to explain somebody else's details.
So, no, don't put anybody's personal details out. Right, are you going to do another song?
Yes. Right, I think I'm going to do... Now this song I haven't played today because as I said earlier, today's just been unbelievable and I'm going to be...
She's such a
I've got a long night tonight. So, but I practiced it yesterday. So I practiced it a lot yesterday. I practiced about 7 times yesterday. Okay. She ain't got no money, her clothes are kinda funny, hair's kinda wild and free. Oh, but love grows where my rosemary goes, and nobody knows like me. She cuts kinda lazy, people say she's crazy, and her life's a mystery. Oh, but love grows where my rosemary goes, and nobody knows like me. There's something about a hand holding mine, it's a feeling that's fine, and I've just gotta say, hey, she's really got a magical spell, and it's working so well that I can't get away. Oh, I'm a lucky fella, and I've just gotta tell her that I love her endlessly, because love grows where my rosemary goes, and nobody knows like me. There's something about a hand holding mine, it's a feeling that's fine, and I've just gotta say, hey, she's really got a magical spell, and it's working so well that I can't get away. Oh, I'm a lucky fella, and I've just gotta tell her that I love her endlessly, because love grows where my rosemary goes, and nobody knows like me. 'Cause love grows where my rosemary goes, and nobody knows like me.
Well done, you. Well done.
The chords on that I think are cool. You have to be, and then you have to do, and then you have this, and then you have...
Joshua says, sorry, I was only joking. It's just when you scroll through these YouTube and have all these live videos, we're only joking as well. Carl says, Edison Lighthouse. Dave says, well done, Matilda. And it says, wonderful song. It also exists with another lyrics. Gary says, smash it.
Yeah, it has a different... Sometimes there's an
Bro-
ending to it.
Bro Doc Professor says, thank you, I enjoyed that.
You're welcome. Sometimes there's an outro, but the one I learned, I just decided, yeah, I did it differently. Well, to be fair, the ending, I don't know if it does go like that, but I just do it like that because that's just how I would end the songs. So I just did it like that. But yeah, that's me. Well, this is one of my songs, our songs. But I'm going to.
You want me to play that? I haven't got it.
No, I couldn't go through it
Oh, right.
because it's got a question now. We can go for the next one now.
And Anders has sent us a thing saying that he was in Lidl and they accept cash. Yeah, they do accept cash still where we are, but not in the self-service. But they do still accept cash. And he thinks there's a proposed law in progress that all stores should be required to accept cash. It's so that you can pay not only if there is a war, it could be something as simple as a power outage. And then he's done it sent us a picture, and this is from Nora Storgatan in his hometown. The soldiers are wearing Carolinian uniforms. They were worn during the 1600s and 1700s, and it's a military town that he lives in. It looks very, very nice. There's a picture here. This is sent in by Anders. Oh, it looks lovely. They're very smart, aren't they?
Focus. Light is it?
I think you can see that.
It's because the light's shining on it.
That is nice, isn't it? So thanks for that, Anders. Zach said that's a big ukulele.
Zach said.
Zach, we've got a cat called Zach.
That's right.
Joshua, wait, is your daughter an actor? Yes, she is. And Andy says you probably sing it correctly, Matilda. I think a Swedish band has stolen the music and put their own lyrics to it.
Well, usually when if they change it to a different language, it's because of the words inside another person's language might not work the same. So, Gloria, there's an English one, but there's also an Italian one. But there's a song called Balloons, which is, I think it's called Balloons, which is a German song.
Nina.
I think it's a German. Is it German
Yeah.
or is it an English song?
German.
German song, but if you translate it to English, it works the same. So it's very rare.
99.
It works the same.
balloons go by.
But if you said 99 in a French, it'd be a very long song.
Joshua said, I don't know if
No,
she's
I'm
filmed.
gonna-
She's done one film, things like Hollyoaks, a few different things. Prime Video, haven't you?
I worked with a very, very famous director, but I can't say anything because I was on the first day of shooting, so I've probably got away that 3 years.
Yeah, she's signed a non-disclosure unit things, but yeah, she's done a few things. Nina 99, Love to Balloons, yeah. It's a good song, that.
Yeah, but if you said it in French, it'd be a really long song.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it?
99 red balloons go by.
What's 99 in French?
No, oh God, you've
Exactly.
got me.
It's like 5 words.
Catra Van Dies. No,
No, it's longer.
No,
it's definitely longer.
that's
Search
that's
it up.
90. Catra Van Dies Nerve.
Search it up.
No, that is it. I've got
Yeah,
it right. I don't need to search
search
it. I got it right.
Search it up.
Catch a Fanny's
I'll
80.
give you bunny. I'll
Deece
give you
is
chocolate
10.
bunny.
Nerf is 9.
Yeah, but they do it like a different way.
No, they don't. No, they don't.
I'm sure it's longer.
No, they don't. No, they don't.
So you say 99 balloons go by, but you have to say Catch a Van's
Catch a Van Deece Nerf.
Birds go
balloon.
by. So it's like a lot of
Gary,
that's
you
why
know-
it changed.
Gary says, you know, Russians can't say Harry, so the famous film wizard is called Gary Potter. You've got a film named after you, Gary. Well done, you. Joshua says, I'll call my cousin's girlfriend's dad's friend. Sorry. I'll call my cousin's girlfriend's dad's friend's dog. I couldn't make it up. Played one of the dogs in Games of Thrones.
I've interviewed somebody. So my
dad's dogs, cousins, aunties.
my film festival I entered heads friends with. Yeah, so I interviewed them.
Gary says, thanks, can I have a chocolate bunny? Yes, we'll get it. And the next time you come and see her when she's about, Gary, and she doesn't just go off and do some acting instead of playing, we'll give you a bunny. You've won it. Well done, you. A round of applause for Gary. Well done, Gary. Adrian says I'm losing the plot, so am I, Adrian. Oh God. Oh God. Oh Jesus. Right, you ready?
Yeah, and do you want to do a news story?
I'd love to do a news story.
Okay. So,
I think this is a really interesting
this is a
story.
really interesting one. Now, we technically might be a year late, but I think it's one of those stories that need to be brought back up again just for the sake of it. Not just for the sake, sorry, wrong word. It needs to be, needs to be brought back up again to highlight how serious it is. Now, what's happened is, you might know about it, but there is this tribe in somewhere in the world.
In India, called Sentinel.
In India, I thought it was India, but I mean, I felt like it wasn't for a minute. But no, yes, it's in India, and it's called what?
Sentinelese.
Sentinelese. Okay, so that's what they're called, Sentinelese. And they're a tribe inside India. And they have...
See this video first.
Yes.
This sound.
Direct descendants of the first humans who emerged from Africa. Visitors aren't allowed on their island, and the Sentinelese generally greet them with spears and flying arrows. It's estimated that 40 to 500 people could be living there. They're protected under Indian law and live a hunter-gatherer lifestyle.
So this idiot.
So they live on this land, and the thing is about it, before you show it, I just want to explain a bit. So they live on this island. Now, they don't like anybody really going on it. It's been pretty much nobody. There has been, I think there has been a few times where people have successfully had a nice interaction with them. But it's usually, this might sound a bit funny, it's usually if they bring bananas that they have a good interaction. They're like minions, they like bananas. Literally, and coconuts as well, which I don't know why don't they have coconuts though? It's not like one of those places that don't have coconut. I mean, it's like warm, so I don't know why they don't.
Yeah, but I suppose if the coconut tree is not there, if it's never been there.
Yeah, but if you give them a coconut, can they just plant it?
I don't
do
think
they
it
not
just
think
works
that?
like that from coconut because there isn't the seed in the coconut. It's the actual bit that you get hasn't got the seed in it.
So where does the seed come from?
Well, like other things, like a banana, the seed isn't in the banana, is it?
Yeah.
The seeds is
It's
in
like
the
seed at the bottom.
strawberry, the seeds in like the tomatoes, so you'd have to get the seed, wouldn't you? The seed, the cabbage, like if you get a cabbage that then flowers and makes the seed. But I don't know how a coconut would work because it's a hard shell. I don't really know a lot about coconuts. How do you grow a coconut? There you go.
But anyway, so they managed to do that. But the thing is, because of they don't go near humans and humans don't go near them, they don't have an immune system like we do because we've like experienced colds and stuff, and where we just live, and we just have that. And they don't. So if you just sneeze on them, you could wipe out everybody. Like literally, that is that serious. Extremely quickly
They
as well.
hijacked too because people can't leave people alone, and they decided to do some tests on them, as in not like touch them, but just take them to another place and see how they reacted and stuff like that. And they took a male and female and 4 kids, and the male and female had died within a couple of days.
I don't think it was a couple. Was it a couple of days?
It wasn't long, I'm sure it was.
I thought it was like straight away.
Well, it might have been straight. It's a very short period of time, so like they didn't get a cold and even.
And then
they just died.
And then what they did was they put the children back. I think they gave them a load of stuff like clothes and stuff. Anyway, that killed a lot of them because of the kids, obviously, like, and the clothes and stuff had stuff on them, so that killed a lot of them. Just that. So it is extremely serious that you can't go near them. And I think the reason why they haven't died from the coconuts inside the pastels, because the video's showing it, they tend to throw the coconuts inside the water and then they pick it up and throw it back in again, so I feel like it'll get cleaned. But yeah, I don't know if that's just me. But I feel like, also I think they go very healthy, so they make sure that they don't do that. But yeah, there have not been many things with them. I mean, there was once a time where there was a ship that was taking chicken feed, and there was a storm and he got stranded there, and straight away they started like attacking them. So they had to, they had to like sort of defend themselves, but within a week, it was a week that they were there before they managed to get rescued. But in COVID, they went over with a plane to check on them. Not a plane, sorry, helicopter, and they were just like throwing spears at the helicopter.
And a tsunami.
Oh,
There
no.
was a tsunami.
Oh, he said it.
And they thought it would have wiped them all out.
I think sure he hasn't done it twice then, because of I definitely saw one that said COVID.
Well, maybe, but anyway, they tried to shoot the helicopter down, so they don't want anybody there.
No, they don't like people.
I mean, it's probably the best place to live, really.
Mm.
But anyway, this stupid
Anyway,
person that
so
leave people
there is this
alone.
YouTuber, and what he's done is he tends to go to places that you're not allowed to
He
go
shouldn't.
to. But this is probably the worst one he's done, because if there is actually a law inside India, you're not allowed within 3 miles of it, and it is legal to go near them to like protect them, I suppose. So you're not allowed near them. And what he's done is he originally, I think, or was that the first time?
Do you want to show him? Then people know who you're talking about.
I'm sure
He's
he went twice. He went twice. Oh, I remember why he went.
Mikhailo Viktorko Polyakov.
And he's actually American.
Mikhailo Viktorov Makar.
So he's American.
It's a very weird name.
And
It's a lot of mouthful.
he flied over there, and he stopped at a hotel, and he got his dinghy, and he was about to literally just go into the water. Anyway, he went to go inside the water, and the hotel people knew he was going to do it somehow and stopped him, so he got sent back home. Anyway, then he went back again. I think that was in 2024 or something like that. Then he's gone back again with a dinghy. This time, the other one was like a row thing, but he's gone back with a dinghy. Successfully got there.
9 hours.
It took him 9 hours to do it. Got there, and when he got there, he came off, and there was nobody there. So what he started doing was he had a whistle, and he started blowing the whistle to just draw attention to him. Started blowing the whistle. Anyway, he was there, and nobody came. So what he decided to do was he picked some sand inside a bag as a souvenir, and he left a can of Diet Coke and a coconut, and then he left for the 9 hours. And a fisherman saw. I think it was a fisherman, saw him was like coming back from it. Anyway, they called the authorities and they arrested him. So he's facing, I don't know if they've gone to full thing yet, whether he's been like, did they decide what they're doing with him? Is that what?
No, it's he's on remand, they're investigating.
Yeah, so they still haven't decided what they're doing with him, but he's facing about 3 or 5 years, or I don't know, longer, and a big fine for it, doing it, because if it's like illegal, then you shouldn't do it. And it's just an idiot, I suppose. But yeah, so that can of Coke, if they do find in a coconut, that could kill them all.
Yeah, it's a proper idiot.
And also, if he was successful in meeting them, he could have killed them all.
But what annoys me is he's only just done it for likes, hasn't he?
Yeah.
It's so sad. So he would, and I put, he said, this is the last uncontacted tribe. So this is what he said on the
I think he's actually gone to another tribe as well before and been successful in going.
Yeah, but they had some contact. This one has had no contact. This is the last uncontacted tribe, the last mystery. If they see me, will they attack me or will they accept me? So he thought he was this great big hero that was going to like go around and then they were going to start eating McDonald's and stuff like that and living in breeze blocked houses and driving cars and just leave people alone. It really winds me up.
If they wanted to be involved, they would have done it by now.
But there's so much damage in the world, isn't there, from drugs and deaths and rape and everything, isn't there? And yet they are basically pure, aren't they? They're living there in their own little commune, doing what they want, not wrecking the world. And somebody's going to put stuff on like a can of Coke. Seriously?
Well, it's
I
going to
get
stay
away
there
with
forever.
it.
It's not going to rot
Yeah,
away.
exactly. I can get away with the coconut, but seriously, a can of
And the thing is, if
shitty,
they drink
crappy,
that, it would
sugary
just,
Coke.
you know, they wouldn't. The bodies would never
Yeah.
have sugar like that,
No, no.
will it? So it'd been
Just
such
an
a shock.
absolute idiot. Just has to do it for his own gain.
And then take some sand, which is fair.
Because if it wasn't for his own gain, there wouldn't be any recording of it.
No.
Because he would have just gone and said, "Oh."
Well, there was
He wouldn't
actually
have said anything.
Now,
Actually,
there was a
now,
guy.
there's people that record these homeless people and put it on Twitter and that, and think, "Oh, and look at me doing this." They're not doing it for the homeless person because they'd be sorting it out, wouldn't they? They'll be filming them.
Well, there was this guy who did it. I don't know. It was 2000. I don't think it was. I think it was within that. You know, not so long ago, but not too long ago. Anyway, he went over there.
John Allen.
I think he something about 3 times he went. And yeah, and he went over the first time, and I think they just were shooting. I don't know if he was shooting at him or there wasn't anything there, but anyway, something happened the first time. Anyway, the second time they were shooting at him, and the reason why he was going was he wanted to preach Jesus, you know, like God and stuff with the Bible. So that's what he was going to do. So I think when he was going over, he was saying, what was he saying? Something. Jesus loves you or something. I think.
He shouted, "Jesus love you," and they shot him.
Which they don't. Nobody actually knows what language they actually speak because of the no context. Nobody actually knows what language they speak. So saying Jesus loves you isn't gonna really help it. But anyway, they shot him. But when they shot him, he actually went through the Bible. So that was so they shot the Bible. So he survived. So he went left. Anyway, then he went back again. Now how he's doing this is the fisherman. He pays a fisherman to drop him off. So the fishermen are sort of going a bit illegal because they are going within the 3 miles, but they don't go fully near because they drop him off and he goes inside a canoe. Anyway, the third time he did it, when he was going over saying Jesus loves you, they were successful in shooting him, and the fishermen said that they saw him dragging the body. So, and then I think they just buried him.
So basically, God saved him with the Bible, and then they just thought, well,
I mean, you can understand him, can't you? God, you can think, I saved you the first time.
You absolute idiot, off you go
Or,
again.
the second time, because the first time he could have just made it, nothing happened really. And then the second time he's gone, I've saved you with the Bible.
Yeah.
Not a sign.
How much more do you want me to show you?
And then the third time he's just gone, absolutely go
Just
at somebody else.
Just leave an absolute idiot. I'd have no sympathy whatsoever for them. Just leave people alone. So they've
I mean, I can understand the planes going and checking on them after a tsunami.
that's fine.
And they're not even going near them.
But he's not worried. I can understand that woman went, didn't she? And she actually got to, contact with them, and they took.
And she was
coconut.
didn't have contact with them. She was clearly calm and
But she
with
clearly
them and
cared
stuff.
because after she'd given them the coconuts and stuff like that, she then fought for them to have protection, legal protection, so nobody could go near them. And said that they needed leaving alone. He just wants a lot of likes on his YouTube channel.
Well, can you imagine
That's
if
the
they
only
came
reason
up
he's done
though?
it, because otherwise he wouldn't video it.
Well, can you imagine what would actually have happened if they came up?
They'd killed him.
Oh. So he'd never even able to have posted it.
No.
So it'd have been just complete waste.
Yeah, absolute idiot. Anyway, the police seized his GoPro camera, and that's what he said on it. "This is the last uncontacted tribe, the last mystery. If they see me, will they attack or will they accept me?" And I haven't watched the video because I don't even feel like giving him one view, actually.
I don't think it's public.
As it might have been taken down.
Well, he didn't have a chance to post it because he got arrested.
But it amazed me. He's done all these things, like really risked his life stupidly. He's only got 400 subscribers. I mean, who would do that? You can't even get monetised for 400 subscribers. So what an idiot.
Well, how's he funding it?
God knows. Well, I don't know, but what an idiot doing all that. If you're doing it for that reason, it's not really worth it, is it, for 400 subscribers to risk your life? So yeah, and that's all I think that I've said about it. But yeah, it's really interesting that they've still managed to, after we've sort of like wrecked the world, that there's still a bit that's not wrecked because we haven't gone on it and just left them.
Well, I think there's a bit of thing about the moment about the fact it's the other tribe that is not really contacted. It's got a little bit more. But I don't think it's really contacted. The Indian government are wanting to build an airport there and stuff. They're wanting to.
There's tribes so people can go view them. Like a zoo. It's disgusting. Just leave them alone.
So it's like they're protecting one tribe, but they're not the other. So it's a bit.
Well, hopefully they will, because there's enough people getting mad about it, isn't there? Green Day says hi.
Hello.
Jane says, "Can you play the piano?" Adrian says, "Please like the live." Thank you very much, Adrian. Joshua says there's one called Charlie Veach. I've not heard of him or her. Just both names, isn't it, Charlie? Gary says, you're excited with this space travel around the moon. Are you excited, Matilda?
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah.
What happened?
Not good about the toilet, though.
Yeah, well, is the toilet sorted, Gary? I haven't been looking at. I watched the first bit when they went off, and then I haven't had time really to see what's going on. But the last I heard was the toilet wasn't working. But Matilda and me were talking about it, and we said, if you were in
Yeah, just lean on me when I am strong. I'll be your friend. Lean on. What?
we're saying that if you were going up in a rocket, at that speed, whatever speed it was, is it something
Fast.
ridiculous fast? Is that fast speed, so like 200,000 miles an hour? I'd be really worried if I thought, well, I can't get the toilet right. Wouldn't you? Oh, I don't suppose the plumbers do.
Well, shouldn't it be coming back soon?
Well, I don't know.
Because it takes 10
Can you
days,
imagine having
doesn't
a toilet?
They said it takes 10 days. So how long has it been now?
And how long's it been now, Gary?
It should be back soon.
Hello, Rob. Rob's on.
Hello?
How many Easter eggs did you get?
I don't know. I just like a lint.
Quite a lot. Quite a lot, Rob. Gary says, oh, the toilet's sorted. It was just blocked from a curry one of the astronauts had. Is that true? I don't know if that's a joke,
I
even
like
from Gary.
it's a joke.
Is it a joke, Gary, that? Or did they do it? Did they
Because
block it?
they'll be like,
They won't have curry, surely.
no, exactly. They'll be fully like trained up.
Trained up.
Trained up.
Is that your astronaut knowledge? They get trained up, apparently, Gary. Adrian says, I remember Neil Armstrong walking on the moon. I watched it live. Oh, well done you. I don't remember. Too young. Too young and alive.
What year was it? Because we had this debate, and before we couldn't remember what year it was.
Wasn't it 1969? Adrian?
Well, I thought it was 1972.
I think it was 1969. What did they go on the moon, Adrian? He'll know. He remembers it.
And it might have been 1969.
I thought it was 69.
I can't remember.
We'll find out. Adrian will tell us. Oh, 1969. Yes, Dave. Adrian, July 1969. Gary says it was blocked. The lady astronaut fixed it. Well, yeah, that's understandable. Gary isn't a woman having to do it.
Saw that come in.
Yeah.
No surprises there.
I don't think allowed curries. Rob watched it live as well. Anders says 1969. And Adrian says last man on the moon, December 1972. Well, they stayed for a while, didn't they?
Oh, so 1972. So it's half right.
Last man on the moon.
Yeah, I was half right.
No, you weren't, because he wasn't.
No,
talking
I know.
about that. He was talking
I
about
know
the
I
first
wasn't
time on the
right,
moon.
but I had some form of.
He says
I didn't just
remember.
make it up. But there was somebody who did
Yeah,
it.
you weren't half right, because I remember Neil Armstrong walking on the moon. I watched it live. So you said what year was that? And he said 1969. Then he's put last man on moon, December 1972. So you didn't get it right.
Anyway.
Apollo 17, December 1972. Obviously, you're into rockets and stuff, Adrian. You like space. There's some people that don't believe it, isn't there? So do people believe they went on the moon or not? And what's your reasons?
And if they didn't go on it, is this the first time?
And that's a good question. Adrian, if you are into it, I don't know about it. I don't know enough about it. But why have they, if they did land on the moon in 1969, oh, he loves space. So answer this, Adrian. If they landed on the moon in 1969, and I'm not saying they did or they didn't, why have they taken so long to re-land on it, and why this time are they not landing on it?
I mean,
If
this
you
is
can
a slim
explain all
chance,
that.
but unless they're just a bit like, seeing it, like...
Yeah, it's been 50 odd years.
I mean, you can see it through, the lenses.
You can see it when I go outside.
Well, that as well. I mean, if you want to see it clearly,
You
Well, you can see it. I bet you'll able to see it from the space station as well.
And users hasn't got there with less computer power than a wristwatch.
Well, if he's got there with less power than a wristwatch, we should be going up now for fun.
This is what I'm saying. And I remember when I was going on the school bus, which must have been late 80s, and they said that Richard Branson, within 10 years, would have moon travel like you go to Spain, basically. Like you go on holiday to the moon. but it's never happened. So that's what I can't understand.
I mean, like when, sorry, when Katy Perry went up, she didn't go to the moon, did she? She just went a little bit on the outskirts, and it was only for a really short period of time.
Oh, and she made a big mock of it, didn't she? Like she was some sort of astronaut.
Well, I think it was because she had an album being released at the same time, so I think it was sort of like a joint promotion thing. You know,
Gary says it took so long as part was on order and it came in last week. Rob says, yes, a song please, Matilda. We will be doing another one in a minute, Rob. Anna says, no one wants to go back to the moon because it was a boring place. I couldn't understand that. There doesn't seem to be a lot going on. There's not much of an atmosphere there, is there? Right. Are you doing another song?
Yeah, I can't do it on a piano.
Oh, do it. Why not?
Because I haven't practiced any time. I've just
Oh,
been
is that
practicing
it then?
ukulele. Yeah, I can't do it on piano. I'm gonna do another one on ukulele. Because I've already done my piano one.
Don't really bother.
Yeah, but I said I went to go for it tomorrow and I couldn't remember 2 chords. So.
User says, don't forget the world and everything about it is a stage show. It's probably right, Shakespeare. Probably right.
The world is your stage. The world is your oyster.
All the world's a stage and we are merely players, is it?
Well, you're not Shakespeare for you.
You might not have been there, might you not, if all the world's a stage. There might not have been a Shakespeare.
Well, I think it was.
Gary says they should send a load of scousers to the moon, we'd soon get a party going.
What should I play?
Whatever you want, love.
You haven't. Would you manage to play this one on the guitar? Yeah, you know how it feels now.
Why is everybody so horrible?
I'm not horrible.
They are. Don't even think I've got it.
It's great. It's just slamming. When it's running around my house tonight, I'm as lonely as a boat out on the sea when the night is black and the tide is high. I don't think I have it. Oh, on nights like these, I feel like falling to my knees. I feel like falling heaven, please. Oh, hang on. Please. Oh no, that's a CD. No.
I got it.
Oh, okay.
Right, guitar.
I have to click it. That's crying. Gates is slamming. When it's out in my house tonight, I'm lonely.
It's going dark. Wasn't it wild last night? Was it wild where everybody was? It was unbelievable, wasn't it? I've never known it as windy and so wild.
Hurricane.
It was terrifying. Really unbelievable.
Ready?
Yeah.
Cats are crying. Gates are slamming. When it's howling round the house tonight, I'm as lonely as a boat out on the sea when the night is black and the tide is high. Oh, on nights like these, feel like falling to my knees. Feel like calling heaven, please. Find my love. Find my love. Find my love. Find my love. Turn that out on my radio. Trying to find an all-night station. One that plays a song I know. Song about my situation. Oh, on nights like these, feel like falling to my knees. Feel like calling heaven, please. Find my love. 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 Oh, find my love. Find my love, find my love. Won't you find my love? Find my love, find my love. Won't you find my love? Find my love, find my love. Won't you find my love?
Well done, you.
Well done, you.
Well done, you.
Well done, you.
Jeff says, hi all, from the
Hello,
midday
hello.
sun, enjoying a pint of Guinness. Well done, Jeff. Hope you're having a good night. Dave says, very windy here. It was just frightening, wasn't it? It was just wild.
Well, I cleaned out the back of the wagon today, and it's not like, just really clean. It is a bomb site. So, and it's organising as well, so there's a lot of organising. So, I was going in and out, and as I'm doing that, obviously the wagon is shaking, because of that's obviously it's a wagon. So, and then also the thing's getting blown about, and what I was doing is I was having to sweep everything up, and now the wagon is on a tilt because of it's going downhill, it's sat on a hill. So I'm brushing it out, and the back is at the top of the hill, so it's like going downwards, so I'm brushing it up, and the wind will come in and blow it back again. So I'm like, for goodness! So, and then I have to go back again, sweep it up, and then it'll blow back in again. So it's like, repeating it, and I could eventually get enough done. So it just kept blowing back in again.
No, but last night with the rain and the wind,
Yeah.
that was terrifying.
Yeah.
I thought it was.
Yeah, it was. It wasn't good.
Heather says, I love that song. Ox says, very good. User says, can you play when I'm cleaning windows, George Formby, he was great on the instrument you are playing. Gary, thank you so much, Gary. An absolute superstar.
Thank you very, very much,
Thank
Gary.
you very much.
Thank you very much.
It keeps bobbing back, so I can't read it. Brilliant live, always fun, and thank you for joining in. Thank you for your jokes.
Yes.
And you are always
Sorry, I
fun.
don't always get them.
Yeah, but you're always fun, and you make it like a lot of others do on here. So thank you so much, Gary. That's
Yes.
really kind of you. Jess says, sounded great, Matilda.
Thank you.
Gary says, on fire. Dave says, sounded great, well played.
Thank you.
Adrian says, trees blown down on the way home last night's gig. A car drove into one police closed road. I nearly drove into one scary drive home. Same place I saw the ghost. Did you say go down the same road then?
I suppose if you have to, you have
Oh
to.
God, I'd be too terrified. Jelly says, glory to God. From this day forward, I chose to follow Jesus and live for him. Thank you, Lord, for saving me. In Jesus' name, amen. Adrian says, awesome. Oh, Adrian, you're a superstar.
Oh, thank you very
Thank you
much,
so much,
Adrian.
It's
Thank
really,
you.
really kind of you.
Oh, very, very kind tonight. Thank you very much,
it's
everybody. Thank you.
Amazing and loving the live and loving that you're
Thank
joining
you.
in.
Yes.
Some great people on. Jeff says, watching your YouTube videos on a mobile, not half as good as on my laptop. No, it's always different, isn't it? Like, I like to watch it on my iPad. I like to watch certain things. If I'm watching like GB News, I like to watch it on my laptop. But if I'm sort of like watching, I don't know, a film, I like to watch it on the iPad. It's
I
weird,
suppose
isn't
with
it?
a laptop.
You must get used to
when
where you
you
watch them at.
Yeah, but like, what if you're watching news? It doesn't have to be focused, does it? And you sort of like you get what's going on because they just sit inside the same place. Whereas a film, you like it crystal, clean, don't you? Because it's like a film and there's so many details and it's all new as well. So I suppose it's like that. Why?
But I have an old Samsung, and I mean it is really, really old. Sort of like when Kindles came out, and it was sort of like the next level up from that. And I've still got that, and I like watching films on that. I don't know why, because it's not as big as my iPad. I think it's because it's very simple to work.
I don't know how old my iPod is. How old's the other iPod?
No, that's really
The
old.
green
as well.
one.
It's not as old as a Samsung, but it must be. God, I don't know. It's got to be 10 years old now. When iPads first started coming out, however long as that.
And yeah,
it's so slow, isn't it? Bless it.
Well, it doesn't even have much storage on it.
30 years ago, you would have just thought that was amazing. But now,
we always
so
call
slow.
that iPod the green iPod because it used to have a green case, but it doesn't anymore. So it still gets called the green iPod, though it isn't actually anything to do with green. The reason why we have so much technology is so we don't get rid of it, and
we buy stuff cheap. That's why second hand.
And also we do
because
a lot of
in
filming.
case we lose it, like somebody did up at Scarborough, and
well, it was half me, half not me.
no, I think it was.
Well, you left it, but I was the one who distracted you.
Yeah.
So
in case we lose it, but also because we can't, they're always getting thrown into bags and put on sides and concrete, like performing and stuff like that. So there's no point buying like a really new one. The one we did get new was for the film, but
that is carried like a baby.
Treated like a baby. It really is.
So,
it only goes out when we are doing stuff for like.
It only goes
Friday
out on
day.
special occasions.
It is so protected. It's in its case somewhere safe.
Yeah, it has a special case.
So yeah, that is the only one. But the others really are abused and.
Well, it's like if I get another phone, I keep it. I don't get rid of my phone. Like the phone that's actually live now is my old phone, so I gave that to my mother, which is you. So
for anybody that didn't know.
sometimes I refer to you as like you're not here, and I don't mean it as a rude way, but some people find it rude, and I don't mean it as a rude way. It's just
But
the
do
way
you
I
find
speak.
it funny when people do that on Instagram and they refer to you as if you're not there? So it's your account with your name on, and they'll go, "What does she think she's doing?"
Hmm.
Like. They don't say, "What are you doing?"
Well, I was in somebody else's place and I just said, "Oh, you know, she," and I meant by you, but it's just the way I did it. You know, I wasn't doing it in a rude way. I just said, "Oh, she," and then they're like, "Oh, respecting my place," and I'm like, I didn't mean, you know. I just was talking.
It's weird when you're on somebody's channel. Fair enough if it was, you know, like I say GB News because I've been talking about it, like GB News, and there's loads of people on it. But when it's your channel with your name, and then you get people saying, "Oh, what does she think she's doing?" Or when it's like trolls, "Oh, she can't dance." You think, why don't they put "you can't dance"?
I think some of them then they get shocked when you reply back. So like, oh my god, like.
But I love the ones
reply
that
back.
they'll do something. They'll say something really abusive about you. And then you'll put something back about them, and they'll turn around and say, "Oh, you're so rude," or if you can't take criticism, so you're like, "Hang on a minute."
But there's criticism, and there's just plain.
No, but they can't take it back.
No, but like.
I don't think they work out what criticism is.
Yeah, I think they just like to put it out there.
Gander says now the storm Dave has come here. It's blowing over the roof. Oh, it's scary last night. Gary says, "Is it me or are Matilda's jokes getting better than mine?" I'll let her answer that. I'm not getting involved, Gary. Rob says you are left-handed, Matilda. No, it's the
Am I?
no, it's because the thing's the wrong way around.
I won't tell anybody what my hand is.
Got the guitar, got it strung, but now found out she's left-handed, so got to get it restrung again. I think you're good at when you're doing musical stuff like that. I think you should do it with both hands, shouldn't you?
Yeah,
if you want to do music.
Yeah, but you can't with instruments.
Why?
Because if you did it this way round, it's not.
But shouldn't you be able to play with both sides?
No, because that's why they have left-handed guitars. It's not how the instruments work. Piano, because of the way the scale works.
If you're left-handed, like Billy can play a right-handed guitar.
No, he has to change.
No, he doesn't. He does not. No, he doesn't. He used to use my guitar, and he's left-handed.
Yeah, but he can only do it this way round.
No, he can't. He can do it the other way around.
No, because that's how instruments are made. If you get your guitar,
yeah,
switch it the other way around.
Yeah.
Switch it the other way around.
Yeah.
Like, it's not. The guitar isn't shaped for that. The guitar is shaped
No,
for your.
what I'm saying is, you just talking over me, and you're just saying it. Billy is left-handed, right? If he writes, he's left-handed. But if you give him my guitar, he will play it exactly the same way as me.
Yeah.
So that is what I'm saying.
Yeah, but you think about it. Each hand is both doing some form of skill. This here.
So
this is my left hand, and I'm having to move it into.
So why would you need a left-handed guitar then?
People struggle. Well, why does Billy need a left-handed pen?
Well, he doesn't now. But what I'm saying
But he
is,
hasn't.
if you're not answering because Billy doesn't want to be a guitarist. That's what I'm saying. If you want to play an instrument, so you use your left and your right hand for piano, your right hand must be more dominant than your left.
Well, I get a lot of compliments on my left.
Right, that's precisely.
No. Listen.
I get
where you're coming from.
No, but you're not letting me speak.
Let me just explain
but you're
piano.
not letting me speak.
How piano sheet music works is.
No, but I need a mediator because you're not allowing me to speak. Yeah. And then I can't remember it when I've said it. I feel like Carl. So what I'm saying is, you teach your left hand, don't you? If you want to play that as well as you possibly can do, you teach your left hand to be as good as your right hand.
But
so that's what I'm saying. You should do that if you're going to be a musician.
yes, but it's not always the case because it depends your instrument. You can't always do it like that because on a piano it is a scale. You know, your lowest is here, highest is here. No piano is the opposite way around. This is how the piano works. Sheet music, your like voice sort of thing is on your right hand because this is an area where usually the voice is, and then your left hand is the bass. Your left hand includes the bass. That's why often when you're playing you often in octaves because it's just the bass. So the bass, so sort of if you went like. Sorry, guys. So you're doing all your, pottering around on here, but this is your bass. This is the chord you're holding. It's sort of like the bass. Now, some songs you might have the other way around where your voice is like here and your bass is there. But often, the majority of the time,
So you've got
it's
to
here.
train your hands to be the same. You've got to be, if you've got to twist them around, you've got to train your hands to be exactly the same.
Yeah, but
You can't have a dominant hand.
No, it's just how you do it. You just they do the same, but with piano usually this is more complicated on here than your right hand is. It's usually more complicated, but sometimes you might have it where you go up here and you do it. But majority of the time, the most common way, the majority of the sheet music is involved by is doing it on here. Sometimes like you have. I can't remember the song actually. Starts. And then you bring your left hand. So sometimes they do the same thing, but the majority of the time it is that you're going like on this song. Now this song is different because you have your chords in your top hand and your little bits there, but then it changes once you finish the first verse, the first
Anyway, I feel I'm the winner.
Intro. Then the voice comes in, and then you start doing your chords, and you're doing more concrete stuff.
Anyway, Dave says, Rob, the video is mirrored, so Matilda's not playing left-handed. I do though, so we can ask Dave. Dave, did you get a left-handed ukulele, or can you manage? Use this as a musical instrument. A pen or paintbrush is an extension of your soul. Another Shakespearean quote.
You need to string it differently, wouldn't you?
He would have used the term quill as opposed to pen. Jimi Hendrix was left-handed but had to play guitar upside down and was still amazing. Adrian Jazz James. Brian! Oh, you naughty rabbit! Sorry, Brian was just about to race off with the charger.
So there's this person.
Let me just finish this.
Okay. I'll just go because of Brian.
Adrian says this is total class. Only says you won't win. I know I won't win, but unfortunately, when I was just reading that out, Brian, who sometimes chews cables, went full pelt to chew my iPad cable, so I had to stop him. Jeff says, I saw a video recently where Jimi Hendrix's death was questioned and the content creator reckoned Jimmy was murdered. Oh my gosh. Dave says, I play... no, he's got to get a left-handed ukulele. Rob, the strings are upside down though.
Why don't you just string them differently? Do you mean by... Wait, is Rob saying to me,
Jeff
Dave?
says,
Because if you're saying to me, then yes.
Jeff says, my drinking partner Steve's loving Matilda's performance. Can you subscribe to the channel, Jeff, please?
Yeah. No, Rob, yeah, because that's what I just said. But yeah, Rob's just pointed it out better. Basically, if you went this way, you'd have to string it differently because obviously, I think is it inside? Yeah, your G's at the top and then your A's at the bottom. So if you twist it round, your G's at the top and your A's at the top and your G's at the bottom, so then it changes the full thing. I can't do it.
User says, I'm the godson of Dame Shirley Bassey and met nearly all the stars of the past in using film. I was very young then and only have a vague memories. Oh my gosh. You've got the godson of Dame Shirley Bassey on your YouTube channel.
Sorry, I was trying to play the ukulele left-handed.
Well, I bet most people haven't had the godson of Dame Shirley Bassey on their YouTube channel. Well, welcome. Would have realised that. Gary says Brian's probably nervous today with all his chocolate bun he's been eating.
No, he's not. Because Mother's Day. Obviously, Mother's Day is near Easter. Billy got some, or no, actually it was me, got some Hoto chocolate lint bunnies. Mother said, went to eat it, it was the last one, and she goes, where's my bunny gone? And I said, well, it wasn't me, I didn't eat it. And she goes, all right then. Anyway, she accepted that. And anyway, I noticed Brian was up to something, and it turns out he ate the bunny. And the reason why he ate the bunny, now because he had a pistachio filling, he didn't eat the pistachio, so just ate round it, but he ate the bunny, so he's not nervous, because he eats bunnies.
It's a little S-H-I-T.
But I was doing some work with somebody, and they're called Brian, and I was doing this stuff with his carrots, and I said, oh, it's alright, I'll save that for Brian, and he was like, and I said, oh, Yeah, so I think I haven't told you I named a rabbit after you. And it was like, okay. Yeah, I didn't tell it. Yeah, I'm sure I have told him that I named a rabbit after him. But yeah, I was like, oh yeah, I said, oh, those carrots aren't going to waste because I saved the carrots for Brian, and I just said it's a very natural thing, and I was like, oh Brian, I have a rabbit called Brian.
User says I became her godson because my family looked after her eldest daughter Sharon, and as a gift became her godson. Oh well, there you go. Look at our channel.
What happened to you?
Dave Shirley Bassey's godson's on it. So there you go. Well, so we get any trolls we can answer with that. It's good enough for Dame Shirley Bassey's godson.
Well, it's just like on Instagram, I had Sophie Alex Baxter like and comment on my video. So now if anybody puts anything in that video, I'm like, well, it's good enough for her.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
you know,
it's good enough for Dame Shirley Bassey's godson. We'll show him. And at Sophie Ellis Baxter.
come to think of it, there was some lint there.
He's probably got it.
I think he has, you know, because it was inside a proper wrapper and it's gone.
Right.
Right, I think
Have you got any more songs, or is that everything?
No, I think that's everything.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you very much for everyone who's doing the super. Thank you.
Yes,
Superstars.
that's really, really nice. Thank you very much for that. Thank you. Another round of applause,
Another round of applause
in
for all of
case.
them.
So thank you very, very
Well done,
much.
all of them.
Thank you, and we shall see you all later. Now look out tomorrow because I do have plans for something tomorrow. I'm not going to tell you what it is yet. The only thing is internet connection because I have no idea. I don't know what the internet connection is like there. So. But I'm fingers crossed the internet's good and it shall be a live stream tomorrow, so look out for that, and I shall see you all later. So have a wonderful night and we shall catch you later.
Amber says wonderful show. Dave says another great session. Gary says I had a crush on Sophie Alex Baxter. She's still, I think she must be 50s now. Is she 50s? Maybe?
I think she's just like, I thought she was 40s, but maybe
She still looks very lovely. She looks very young for her age. And Jeff says great show as always.
Well,
so
brilliant.
Well done all. And
Yep.
Thank you for joining in.
Brilliant. Thank you very much, and thank you again for the super thanks, and thank you everybody for joining in and commenting, and we shall see you all later. Bye!